So things that we're going to cover today are going to include how to share the video that you shot yesterday on your phone and be able to put it into different places like Google Drive, Google Classroom, and eventually YouTube should you decide to go that direction. I'll specifically show you how to post video directly to Google Classroom if you want to skip the YouTube option. If you just don't want to get involved with YouTube, you still can post video directly to Google Classroom. Also, it came up that somebody was interested in embedding video in slideshows. So I'm going to specifically show you how to do it in Google Slides. One, because we're within the G Suite and, you know, being remote and at the drop of a hat, we may have to go remote again. It just, to me, makes most sense to have slideshows in Google Slides. The principles are still the same if you do like Keynote or PowerPoint, but keep in mind, like if you think of PowerPoint, you know, 2002, 2003, and you go to present somewhere and you don't have your like pictures embedded in your slideshow or your videos, you know how sometimes it wouldn't work. That's still sometimes a problem with using those types of software. So that's where I think that Google Slides may be a better route for you to go if you want to incorporate video into your presentations. I will show you the interface of Wevideo, go into you know, the benefits of having a paid account, and also a lot of the terminology that you see in Wevideo applies to if you use iMovie on your computer. It applies to using Movie Maker, or if you, like I said, if this is your new calling and you want it to be a YouTube sensation, you're welcome to purchase more advanced equipment than this, but at least it would get you started. In addition, I will show you the importance of exporting video, and then if you do decide to upload to YouTube, how you would go about uploading and how to have the right settings turned on so your students would be able to see it if they're inside our EHT domain. So I did ask for video submissions yesterday, and Kelly Wenzel, who couldn't join us this morning due to some outside things, I did want to include the video that she made because I thought it was wonderful and I thought you would all appreciate it. So let me just share her video real fast.
Oh, hi. My name is Elle Woods, and for my admissions essay, I'm going to tell all of you at home.
Yeah, that's not Kelly. She just sent me that link to show what a great video would look like, and obviously it's her. But I thought I would just give you guys a little laugh out loud humor. I did get a number of your submissions all the way up, including to a few minutes before we got on. I did incorporate them into my Wevideo example. You know, it's not going to go anywhere, but I just wanted to show a couple of clips, so I will be including a few of them that I got. If you send it to me in the last half hour, I'll show you how to import it based on the submissions that you gave me to. So at this point, I'm going to show you how to import that video, like how I just showed you that there was a YouTube video, a clip online, and I actually brought it right into my slideshow. It's really super easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit out of my slideshow, and you can see it looks like any other Google slide that you would be making. I'm going to make a new slide for argument's sake, just so I have a clean place to work off of. Now, if you already have a video on YouTube, so this doesn't have to be a video that you made, it can just be a video that you like. You can go up to Insert Video, and you can see I was searching Backstreet Boys earlier. Now, if you see here on YouTube, you either could search for something directly in here, like type in bye. I know it's NSYNC, not Backstreet Boys, but we're moving on. If you click on that video, it'll embed right into your slideshow. If you have the URL link, like if you don't have the exact title, but maybe you copied and pasted the URL, you could also paste that in here and it would bring up that video automatically. So that could even be an unlisted video, like your own private YouTube channel. I'll get into the differences between unlisted and public in a little while, but just know that as long as you have the URL link, you'd be able to paste it in where it says YouTube here, select your video, and then it will drop it right into your slide. There's also some new features in here in the last year or so that if you only wanted to play a portion of the video, like if you wanted it to skip into like, you know, 1 minute and 20 seconds in, you'll see it'll actually start right from that point. Or if you wanted to end sooner, like I did with the Elle Woods video, I only showed 10 seconds of it. So I was able to cut it down and then do same thing like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and it would force it to cut and end at that point. So there's really no editing on your part. You just told the video where you want it to stop and end, and that's all you had to do. And you can resize it to, you know, fill your screen right in there. And you can see there's other options in here too. Like I had it when I had the Backstreet Boys playing for you earlier. I had it autoplay as soon as that slide came up. And for the purposes of I want it to be background music, I actually, if you look at my screen really fast, if I can, that my video is actually down here and I put it all the way at the bottom that it was barely touching. But if you're going to do it this way, it still has to be in the slide just a little tiny bit, because if you have it outside of the slide trying to hide it, it's not going to work. So that's why if you were watching the screen at the time it was playing, you may have seen some colors changing. It's technically the video playing in the background. I just didn't have it full front and center. Some other things in here too. You know, you could have it mute the audio if you just wanted it for the visual purpose. Maybe you're using this for your own video, like you're going to be doing. I saw some of you using Loom. Maybe you want this video as playing in the background without the sound and you're sort of narrating yourself through it. That would be a way that you could hit mute audio and you can talk over it while you're recording. And that would be one way around that too. And the same idea happens with Google Drive. So if you made your own video again, and you're not looking for uploading to YouTube and adding that step, you also can insert any video that you have in your Google Drive and your shared drives too. So if you're in a PLC and you have a video that you all share, oh, look, there's some of your faces. So if I were to drop this in right here, you can see that I would be able to access and do the same editing tools that I had with YouTube. The main thing I want to bring to your attention with this, though, is if you just uploaded the video to Google Drive in the last few minutes, don't be surprised if your screen looks blank or it says still processing. Depending on the size of the video and all the other things I talked about yesterday, it may be delayed for you to get like a thumbnail screenshot of your video, or it may not play right away. Like if you did this 10 minutes before your class started, don't be surprised if you know, your video is not accessible immediately. It may take a little bit of time depending on lag, you know, Google Drive speed and everything else that might be going on with Google. That's the one downside with doing it with Google Drive, is you're sort of relying on the bandwidth and the accessibility of all the other videos, and that might be in the district and, you know, Google on as a whole.